All right, we got this off-on switch volume control back together and cleaned up, all the lugs cleaned up. So we can get some light on the subject there. There we go. And we scrubbed the barrel and the stem, and we used some fader, Darth Fader, on the interior of the volume control, and then just use a little dust it to blow it out, and we didn't wipe it with anything. We just let it dry it out, and then cleaned it up. We lubed the switch in here with a little WD to help keep the contacts clean. Now, if you look closely here, you'll see some scuffing in here on the little narrow fluting on the tuner control. This is the tuning control, what your dial string runs around for a couple of turns. Well, if you use a rat file on that and just give it a little scuffing, you don't have to do much, just give it a little scuffing, that'll prevent your dial string from slipping in case your spring isn't tight enough. That will help grip the outer jacket of the dial string and help it to keep moving rather than slipping. So that is that. Let me see what we're going to do next. Okay, well, I think we'll jump into next, since we got it off and it's sitting there waiting, looking at me. We're going to go and clean up this and get this repaired, because see if I can get some better light. I don't know why in the hell the light is so bad in here now. You can see all these little bumpers here. I think they're rubber. The bumpers, they're all disfigured, and some are broken off, and some aren't even there. And it's caused nothing but a misalignment on all of these notches here that controls the setting of the particular push button. It's supposed to click into place and lock until any of the others are depressed, and any slight depression of any of the other ones should unlock the one that's set and allow it to return to its neutral position. So we're gonna get that corrected. Now, if you've seen some of my other 529 videos, and also they use this particular push button array subassembly in some of the 527 radios. It's kind of like a mantle radio, really, but it's really not as small as mantle. Well, it's the next size up. They use the same thing, and on one of those particular videos, I'll try to get a link to it up here in the corner, to that particular video. It'll show you what I did on that particular one in order to resolve the push button locking and everything, and the cleanup of it, and how to get it apart and put it back together. So that's what we're going to do now with this. I'm going to take and put this in a base vise, and then I'm going to take a chisel to these buttons to knock them off of this. I'm not going to chisel them off. I'm just going to use the flat part of it and then tap it with a weight in order to break the stickiness of the thing on the shaft. And then we're going to clean all of these up when we get it done, and then we're going to file the corners of each of these shafts so they don't stick as bad, and you'll be able to pull the knobs, the buttons off with a little effort. These here are going to be super locked on, and some of them are deformed. I think what I will do is, since it needs a off-on knob, and it needs some buttons, I'm just going to order the kit and caboodle of them and get them here, so that way they'll all be matching, because I can reproduce them, onesie twosies, or even the whole set. Buttons, off-on knob, tuning control knob, and the band control knob, but they're liable to be slightly different in color. Very rarely do I get lucky and get them all the same color, but I mean they're not far off. I just need to come up with I don't think I have any resin that is tan colored, and that's what I need, is some tan colored, and then I don't have to worry about the color conditioning on the knobs and the switches. Now the coils, to check these to see if they're all right, one side of each individual coil ties to this bus up here, and the other side of the coil ties to these tabs, contacts right here. So the inner one, the outer one, starts here and goes in and starts looping in and in and in and in, and the inner one's tied to this bus, main bus right here, where all of those on the inside of these coils tie up here. Each top one ties to these right here. So to check them, you can just put a continuity meter on the bus bar here and the thing here, and you should get tone, or if you prefer a reading, but it'll be really low, like an ohm or less, maybe 1.5 ohms, maybe 2 ohms, I don't know. So I don't remember what the heck. And these, I believe, are, well, yeah, they are coated. There's a, I don't know if you can see that one right there. There's a green right there. I think this is silver or white right there. And then there is a yellow, a red, and I think it's a blue, a green, and a silver. In case you ever have to take one of these apart. I think it does denote that arrangement on the schematic. So we're going to take this apart and get it cleaned up. So hang on. All right. Now, once you have all these little bumper thingies removed, whatever's left there, and these shafts are all the way against the front plate, whatever is sticking out over here on this end, you'll you'll want to take and shave about a 1/16 of an inch, 3/32 of an inch off the end of the shafts in its fully relaxed condition there. That way when you go to separate these two, the actual framework for the push button assembly and the front plate for the trimmers mounts, because you won't be able to take the trimmer mounts loose. You can do that from these screws right here. There's one there. I'm not sure how many of them will go all the way through. It looks like they all do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. You're not going to want to get in there with all this fine wire hair, Jones, and want to remove all of those so that you can separate this plate from the mounting framework of the assembly. So what I do is I take about 3/32 thereabouts, no more than that, because you can see just about how much is left right there. Not much. And that's in its fully relaxed state with just a little gapososis right there. What keeps these tight together is this mounting bar that goes on there, and these two screws with the rubber grommets go in there, and that's what the shock absorber system for this thing is, the mount. So now what I do is try to get this done in short order. What I do is I take one of my little screwdrivers and I put it and wedge it into that thing so that I can get more gapososis there. And if I pry a little bit on that thing, it'll be a big help if you take, well, those will have to come out. So I was thinking this locking bar is going to have to come out, but it's going to have to come out after. So sometimes you can, there we go. You can do it with brute force rather than using a screwdriver in the thing, and just put it in there. Watch your springs, because your springs will sprung and they will be done. There we go. Now there's that. And don't worry about the orientation. They're all the same. So now we'll do the same thing with the next one in. Watch your spring. And then this one here, now you see why I shave the corners off of these shafts, because they want to grab everything in sight when you go to do that. There we go. We got all three of them that time. So we'll move that over to there, and we'll take these and push them through right there. Get it going. Get over there. There we go. There we go. There we go. There. Yeah. Ramalama ding dong. Yes. And see how that thing comes out there? That thing there will just fall out then. So you can take your springy thingy off of that one. Be careful of that little sucker. and then pull that out. All right. So there we are. Now you can get in here and do the little scrub-a-dub-dub here. And watch your fine wires on the top side. Spray a little cleaner on the top here and give it just a little blasting off. Be careful of blasting with any kind of real pressure. This keyboard spray is about the best. I keep it standing by. I always have a batch on hand so that I can use it on some of this lighter stuff, especially around coils and stuff. Because if you use regular air pressure from a tank, you're gonna blast your little wires right off. So don't ask me how I know. So we're going to get this all scrubby-dub-dubbed, and I'll show you in this episode, not in this episode, but on this particular radio, this push button, what I do in order to correct the lack of latching on the shafts, the buttons. So that's it for taking it apart. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have the next round of putting this thing back together, and I'll try to remember to get the link up here in the corner of this video at the end, giving you a link to the previous one that I did, or one of the ones that I did. So thanks for hanging in there, and thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it. Please leave a comment, or not, a like, and we'll see you on the next one.